Hi, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm going to do a review of our 3 KitchenAids that we have been using for quite some time now. And you also may have seen our unboxings of the Artisan and the Professional 5 Plus. And I just want to tell you a little bit about what I found that are positives, negatives, and to give you a little bit more information as a follow-up. So over here on this side with the black is the KitchenAid Classic. The red one in the middle is the KitchenAid Artisan. And the silver one here is the KitchenAid Professional 5 Plus. Each of them comes with a whisk, the flat beater, and a dough hook. And the Artisan actually comes with a plastic shield, which is extremely handy for when you're mixing, and I'm sure you've encountered the flour and the sugar and whatnot coming out of your bowl. This is quite helpful. Doesn't solve your problem completely like I was hoping that it would, but it definitely does help and keep your mess to a minimum. The one thing that the Classic is missing that the Artisan and the Pro have is a handle on its bowl. So as you can see, there's no handle here, but the Artisan and the Pro both have handles on their bowl, which makes removing the bowl a little bit easier. The Professional 5 Plus is a crank handle. So you move your bowl up and down this way. And I've had mixed feelings about this part, because sometimes it's really easy to get it out, but often the biggest problem I find is that my beater or my blade are left with a ton of batter on it, and that's quite tough. You're always having to scrape your batter off of your beater. What's different about the KitchenAid and the Classic is that they are on stands and they swivel up like this. So what happens is when your blade, your beater here, is put into the bowl, it inevitably drips off for the batter. So half of your work happens for you when you lift up the stand here like that. So I do like the way that both of these lift, but I believe the reason that this is a crankshaft is because it is quite more powerful, and so this is too heavy for you to be moving up and forth, back and forth, and whatnot. So as far as the comparison between the two smaller machines, the Artisan is slightly more powerful, slightly bigger than the Classic, but it's not substantially so that I would choose an Artisan over a Classic, except for the handle and the shield. That, quite honestly, is enough reason why I would recommend, if you're having to choose between the Classic and the Artisan, I would recommend that you get the Artisan because of the shield and because of the handle. It makes your job a little bit easier. Now, if you are doing more work and creating more of your breads or your potato dinners or cupcakes and cakes, and you have to do large quantities, you definitely want to go with the Professional 5 series as one of your machines. It can hold up to about, I think the biggest capacity that I've used in here has been the equivalent of 7 dozen cupcakes. So it holds you quite a lot for you. But also when it's full, it is messy, I'm not going to lie about that, so it does have to work hard, but it is a great machine. So what I really like is having 2 of them, and if I had to narrow it down to 2, definitely the Professional, because it is great for the huge quantities, and the Artisan because, like I said, it's helpful to have a smaller machine if you only need to do a single batch of cupcakes, a single batch of icing, or whatnot. It's really handy to have. I do love my Classic though, don't get me wrong. It's the very first KitchenAid that I've ever bought, and it has worked phenomenally. Highly recommended as well. So if you're in the price range of Classic, nothing wrong with it. I absolutely love it, but like I said, the shield and the handle just make it a nicer machine to work with. So overall, I am incredibly happy with the way that these machines are all performing for us, and if you have any other questions, please leave a comment. Let me know about anything else that you'd like to know about them. Like I said, I love working with them, and I hope that you've had a positive experience with yours as well. So thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel.